isn't working. Is yours broken too?
Say me. Whatever I want.
What if I told you that the only thing that is stopping us from achieving our pure greatest success is ourselves? And I don't mean the lack of skills or the lack of talent. What I mean is a subconscious, built-in self-sabotage switch. It's a switch that gets flipped right in the moment that everything is going super great. Let's say that we land our dream client, or we meet the perfect partner, or maybe we hit a financial milestone, and suddenly we either pick up a fight, or we start to feel sick, or we get ourselves deep into a busy work. That is our self-sabotage switch in action being flipped right there. When I read The Big Leap, written by Gay Hendricks many years ago, every single principle in this book was what got me to retake my musical career and also starting this very podcast episode. This is a real definable pattern. It is called the upper limit problem, which you might heard me before talking about it. And today we are going to learn what it is, why we do it, and how to finally break through. So what is the upper limit problem, or the ULP as the author used to call it? Well, think of it like the inner happiness thermostat. We all have one, and it's been set on us since we were children, since our childhood. The happiness thermostat is set to 70 degrees of happiness, which is your comfort zone. And all of a sudden, something great and wonderful happens to you, or let's say you have a creativity breakthrough, or you have like a genius idea of something that you want to do, and everything is so clear in your mind and you feel so excited about it, and all of a sudden, the happiness thermostat heats up to 80 degrees, and then the thermostat starts to panic and sending warning alerts because you are getting out of your comfort zone. You are actually getting into your genius zone, but your mind doesn't want you to work that hard and wants to keep you in the standard zone. So that's why it panics and starts to release that warning alert and makes you start thinking about wrong things, making you sabotaging your wonderful idea or your wonderful creativity breakthrough or that moment of happiness that you are having in that moment. And how it does that? Well, self-sabotage. It manufactures negative thoughts, an argument, a distraction to cool us off and bring us back to the level of happiness that we are used to. So why? Why we would be self-sabotaging our own joy? Gay Hendricks explains that it boils down to 4 hidden barriers that we have. And I invite you to see if any of these sound familiar to you. The hidden barrier number 1 is feeling fundamentally flawed. This is a deep, quiet belief that something is wrong with us, that we are not capable of doing something amazing. So when success happens, our brain short circuits and it says, oh, this is all wrong. It doesn't make any sense that we are flawed and at the same time successful. So this must be a mistake. Let's fix it. The second one is the fear of disloyalty. This one is huge because what happens is when we start to be successful, we start to feel like it is unfair for others around us that we are so successful and they cannot be successful the same way that we are. And you're, getting ahead and they are not. So you feel like you're leaving them behind, and this is not true. I mean, actually, you could be a great motivator in their lives because you are thriving, and they can learn that because you thrive, they can thrive too. But our mindset is breaking us and making us believe the wrong thing, the negative thoughts, that we are being disloyal to the dear ones. And that's the second hidden barrier to success and to enter into the genius zone. The third hidden barrier is believing that success is a bigger burden. And this is the belief that more success will bring more work, more responsibility, and more problems. So we associate achievement with crushing responsibility or unbearable stress. So we resist to grow because we think it's just going to be a bigger and heavier weight to carry. So the fourth hidden barrier is the fear of outshining, which is very similar to the second one because it's the fear of disloyalty. Fear of outshining is that you don't want to make the others look less than you. This is when we dim our own light so we don't make others feel bad about themselves. We are afraid of outshining a sibling or a friend or a partner, and we worry that they will resent us for feeling less than. So we play small to keep the peace within us. Okay, those are the whys. But what does this self-sabotage actually look like in the real world? It looks like worry. The moment a big project succeeds, we invent negative scenarios about our future to sabotage our joy in the present. It looks like criticism and blame. We are creating conflict to bring our happiness levels back down. It looks like procrastination. My God, who has not procrastinated in their lives? We land a massive client and then we spend the next 3 days organizing our inbox. This specific recording, I've been procrastinating the recording of this first episode for months. I always try to find excuses to be busy, to find situations that prevent me to start, So I decided, well, I am not at home. I don't have the lights that I need. I don't have the stage that I was thinking about, nor the camera, But it's what it is. I mean, I needed to start, and I decided to start today. The criticism, the self-sabotage always keeps us from doing that thing that's going to take us to the next level, to the genius zone. It also looks like deflecting compliments. Someone says, that was an amazing presentation. And we immediately say, oh, it was nothing, just luck, anyone could have done it. We literally cannot accept the praise. It even looks like getting sick. Have you ever noticed how we crush a huge goal and then immediately we get a cold, we have a headache, or anything like that? That's often our ULP, your upper limit problem hitting the emergency brake. So we are probably recognizing ourselves in some of those. I know I did a lot, like for example, with the procrastination. The good news is this is not a life sentence. There is a very simple and powerful way to start breaking this pattern and resetting our thermostat for good. We are going to get to that solution right after a quick thank you to my first episode sponsor. And today's sponsor is Global Formulas, and today I want to talk about the BioPro Zero, which is an amazing protein shake that has 0 lactose, 0 gluten, and it's super clean, and it doesn't have any sugar in it. So I am super happy with it. I usually take 1 scoop after my workout because it also has like a recovery solution that helps my muscles get recovered easier and faster. And I totally love this taste. I mean, I love the chocolate milkshake. They have other two tastes and you will love them too, but this is my favorite. So thank you, Global Formulas, for sponsoring my podcast. Welcome back. We talked about the problem, the causes, and the symptoms of the upper limit problem. Now let's talk about the cure. You have been wondering, how do we fix this? How do we break that glass ceiling and finally move into what we call the zone of genius? That magical place where what we love to do and what we are naturally brilliant at are exactly the same thing. Step one is awareness. We have to catch ourselves in the act, just finding something to, sabotaging our wonderful day or something successful that we hit that day. Say, there it is. That's my upper limit problem. You need to catch it. You need to find yourself realizing when it's happening. Step two is reframing. That anxiety we feel, it is not a warning sign anymore. It is now a welcome sign. It is proof that we are growing, that we are realizing that something is happening in our mindset. So we are going to welcome that anxiety and we are going to say, hey, this is paying off. I'm paying attention. I am being aware about these signs of negativity, of trying to self-sabotaging myself. And then step three is a new mantra. When we feel that the upper limit problem is creeping in, I want you to take a deep breath, put our hands in our hearts, and say this. And this is directly from the Big Leap. Say it with me. I expand in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. Repeat it again. I expand in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. Say it, feel it. I expand in abundance, success, and love every day as I inspire those around me to do the same. This single sentence retains our brain to accept abundance, not as a threat, but as a gift we can share. Our main message today is this. Our self-sabotage isn't because we are broken. It is a learned response from an old thermostat that just is trying to keep us safe. But we are not built to be safe. We are built to expand. So here is our challenge for this week. The next time something truly wonderful happens to you and you feel like you're having these thoughts, then you catch it and you write it down, or you say the mantra. And you take a deep breath and you say and repeat the mantra and just accept that you are facing that situation. Do we deflect the compliment that we received? Do we immediately start worrying about the next steps in something great that we did? Do we check our phone to distract ourselves? Our only job is to notice it. That's it. You don't have to do anything else but be aware of the upper limit taking action. And when we catch it, I want us to do this thing. First, smile. Don't judge. Don't judge your feelings, your mindset, or the upper limit. Just smile and say, I see you. And the second thing that I want you to do is to say the mantra. I expand in abundance, success, and love every day. And I promise, just this act of awareness is the first and most powerful thing that will help you resetting our thermostat for good. I'd love to hear your stories and how you discovered yourself, finding out and being a detective of your upper limit. So please find me on social media at Angela Bendeck altogether and use the hashtag #SayIamPossible or send me a DM telling me I caught my upper limit problem. Let's break this ceiling together. Thanks for tuning in. Now, let's go expand.
Say, 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 say.